Hi, my name is Miss Jeffers. I'm one of the ECSC teachers here at Chippewa Valley. This video is going to go over different ways that you can create a workspace for your child at home during remote instruction. It's important to have a space just for your child, just for the time that they are learning, so that they understand that this is not a play space, that this is not a time to run away, that this is the place that we come to do our work, whether it be that we're watching and doing a video with their teacher or whether they are doing an activity with you at home. One way that is an easy way to transition a space that you have at home to the child's workspace is by making your own placemat. Right now I'm at my kitchen table. I'll show you. And if I was going to make this space a workspace for my child, all you need to do is get a piece of paper such as this. This is just copy paper. You're going to write their name in all capitals on one side and their name in the regular way on the back side, which is called title case. And then you're going to get a giant 2.5 gallon size Ziploc bag, and it doesn't have to be brand loyal or whatever, but I like that these ones don't have any words on it, and I just happen to get them from the Dollar Tree. And you're going to put the paper inside the 2.5 gallon. 1 gallon will be too small, so you really want to get the 2.5 gallon, and it will be on your supply list of things that you should get for this school year, or recommended. The nice thing about this is that once it's sealed inside here, it makes it reusable. So anything that you can put in here, you can practice over and over and over again. Or even if you just put their name in here, then they can practice tracing their name several times, or anything that you're working on with the teacher underneath here, you can do at the same time that the teacher is doing. You can easily fold it down, tape it in place so that they won't rip it off, try and, rip it or bite it or, whatever your child might try and do. The important part is, though, that when the work is done, you take the placemat away so that they understand that this is now a place to eat again. And again, you only want to use this for a place that more than one person might use the spot, or pretty much, more than one, or it has more than one purpose. For example, the kitchen table here is also used for eating. So you want to take the placemat away when you're not working there anymore, and that they can understand they can sit there to eat now. Also, if you find that it slips around too much inside of the bag, you can always tape it to the bag inside, if that makes sense, so that it can't slide around like this anymore. This works great also for dry erase markers. You can use crayons on this. It's a little bit hard to see, but it's good for that pressure. And even permanent marker will come off of this. And all you need is a Kleenex or a napkin to wipe it off. I'm going to show you some other options for making a work area for your child around the house. One of the areas you might choose is an office workspace. Now you can see ours is pretty dirty here, but it shows that oftentimes there's a big chair that goes with this. And when kids sit in the big chair, they often spin around in it. They might roll around in the chair and have a hard time sitting still. And this can create some issues, but there are still ways that you can work with having an office space being your child's workspace. One way to help this is to have a pillow for your child to sit on to kind of help reduce the wiggles and reduce the space. Maybe putting a pillow behind the child. Also, try having something under their feet so their feet will touch. When your child is sitting also at a kitchen table, you might want to try putting a pillow behind here so they're less likely to slip and slide down. But also, you can see that their feet might be dangling like that, you can always find a box or step stool of some sort and put their feet up on it so that they can sit without dangling their feet and kind of help them sit and focus a little bit more. Ideally, you want something that is child-sized, like a small child-sized chair, so that way their feet automatically touch the ground and their legs are touching the ground and everything is proportioned to the child. This also makes it easier for you to sit directly behind them in a larger chair so that you can help them with their work during this time. Not all parents have something like this available. Even if you just have just the chair, you can get a lap desk and put that on top of them, and they can work from that. If you're working with your child on the floor, a great way to have them lay or sit is on their belly like this, with them supporting themselves with their elbows while they're coloring or building with blocks or reading a book. This really helps build their muscles in their core and the muscles in their shoulders and arms that they use for writing. A lot of times students will want to pop up and not sit like this for very long, and it just means those muscles need to get a little bit stronger. So just try and encourage them to sit like this a little bit longer. So if your child pops up into this position, you want to lay them back down on their stomach. So we're going to move the legs back out straight so that they get back into this position. This is one position you really want to try and avoid having your child sit in. This is called the W position, where their feet are on the either side of their body as they're sitting on the floor. This is really bad for their joints. It's not good for their leg development, and you really want to discourage your child from sitting this way anytime that they are. It's okay if their legs are underneath their bottom. That's slightly better, but the best way would be to sit crisscross applesauce. Can you show us how to sit crisscross applesauce? There we go.